Hey, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for watching NBC 10 News at 11. I'm Frances Wang.
And I'm Johnny Archer, and this was a tough one. We didn't get the trophy this time, but this really was a season to remember for the Birds. Despite the loss, fans are still making their way to Broad Street. And if you take a look behind me, you can see all those people there right now. This is a live look from Skyforce 10 over the scene down in Center City. But from the east to the west, you can count on our team of reporters for everything and anything Super Bowl 57.
Keith Jones and Aaron Coleman, they're at a Philly sports bar in Tempe, Arizona. But let's start on Broad Street with NBC 10's Brian Sheehan. Brian, we were so close from that party on Broad. Still people out there, though.
Yeah, guys, this is not the end Eagles fans wanted. But you know what? They're still proud of their team. As you can see, many of them are here on Broad Street. Despite that crushing loss, the city's proud of its team. We know that. You know, you can see evidence right now, people coming south from City Hall and walking down the crowd. The guy over the loudspeaker, as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear him in the background there, saying people need to disperse, need to go home. You know, we heard a lot of Eagles chants after the game ended, and many people are shouting their displeasure with the refs. You know, everyone was hopeful the Birds would pull it off there in the end, so they started filtering out of bars and restaurants, hoping to be on Broad Street when the game ended. You know, I have to say the weather is matching the mood here tonight. We talked to a few fans a few minutes ago. Here's what they had to say.
Tough loss, you know. We played so well. Jalen Hurts, you know, he's a top player. You know, he'll be back. We'll be back. Philadelphia will be back.
I'm really disappointed. We battled hard all season long. It's just a big upset, man. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, I think he said it best. His words is what a lot of people are feeling here tonight on Broad Street. But as you can see, people are still filtering out here on the streets. But the police did get over the loudspeaker a few moments ago, asking everyone to get home. You can see here the crowds behind me here on South Broad Street. Everyone going home. Saying this in the city, so say it with me. There is always next year. We're live on Broad Street tonight. I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News. Johnny and Francis.
Brian, thank you. But he said it this season. We were certainly proud of what the Eagles did this season, and Eagles fans had flocked to Arizona for a chance to watch the Birds bring home a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Keith Jones and Aaron Coleman joins us now, and this guy's just a tough one. We're still processing it here in the studio, in the newsroom.
Such a gut punch. It really was.
I mean, this place cleared out of here. You guys saw earlier at 6 o'clock. I mean, everybody was rowdy and feeling good. And, man, this place cleared out of here in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, we wondered whether or not people would clear out of here to get to the game. But a lot of people just showed up here, stayed.
Yeah.
400 people about, right? And then not the outcome they wanted in 3 minutes. Boom.
It just
gone.
sucks the wind out of you. NBC 10's Miguel Martinez-Valle. Let's get to him because he's live inside State Farm Stadium. And, Miguel, I don't even know what to say. Like, this was not supposed to happen.
I'm literally like nervous laughing. Y'all, I feel like I'm in enemy territory because the Bird fans cleared out so fast and it was so heartbreaking. It really was a tearjerker. It was a nail biter, but it was a great game. It was a strong game. So we've been getting mixed reaction. I want to show you around right now at the concourse here inside of State Farm Stadium so you see what it looks like. You can see most people are making their way out. Although everyone that's left is really Chief fans. I mean, they were celebrating getting that trophy. They were obviously very excited. They've actually been pretty polite to me. I'm getting a lot of like you know, sad smiles for me, but happy smiles for them. But Bird fans that we have been speaking to, they do say that there's a lot to be proud of with this season, with this team. They're pretty confident, you know, that the Birds are going to come back stronger next year. And of course, they say that the Super Bowl experience, being here in Arizona, while we didn't get the ending that we wanted, has been a wonderful, once-in-a-lifetime experience, something incredible. So here's what some of the fans had to say to me, you know, right at the end of the game, right when this happened.
I love Hurts. I think they'll be back. I just, you know, it's sad that it ended up like this.
The last 2 minutes were painful, but it was great to see amazing football and just proud of all the teams. A great day for the NFL, great day for Phoenix.
We're very proud. They have nothing to be ashamed of. It was a terrific game.
All right, but it was a great weekend for Phoenix, Arizona, for Glendale, where we are right now. Obviously, the Chiefs are celebrating, and this isn't something that I want to be showing. This is not something that I am going out of my way to show. It's just like I said, all the Eagles fans really cleared out, and now it's just kind of like this sea of red, and then I'm just this big bright green that's left behind. So that's how I'm feeling right now. I'll send it back to you guys. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
Go Chiefs!
Yeah, well, they're all clearing out, too. We're going to drown our sorrows. I don't know. We're just not feeling well. All right, thank you, Miguel.
We just got word that head coach Nick Sirianni has approached the microphone. Let's listen in a little bit to what he has to say after a crushing loss where his players played an incredible game. Here he is.
Having the right mindset to go out and accomplish the next play. So it was just more of, we know our guys have that mindset and are able to do that. It was just more of, hey, this is what we believed was going to work that drive, and that's why we used it.
Last one, folks. What strengths can the Eagles?
I'll get you.
What strengths can the Eagles cling to this offseason?
Man, we have a lot of good people in this organization, starting with all the players that we have, and I know we have some free agents. There'll be time to discuss that. There'll be time to talk through all that. But I know we got a good nucleus of guys back to continue to build on, and so. There was a lot of good football this year. We did a lot of good things as a team. Like I said, this one stings, this one hurts. We'll no doubt get better from it. But we got a good young quarterback that's played a phenomenal year. Just a phenomenal year and good offensive line, good defense. It just all accounts, and we'll like I said, we know we have the right people in place, and then just this organization's a special organization that there's a lot of special people in this organization led by Mr. Lurie.
Last one, I'm sorry to interrupt. What was your review on the holding call there at the end?
There's going to be calls that are going to get questioned, right? Not only by the referees. There's going to be questionable things that I do, or there's going to be questionable things that Coach Gannon does, or Coach Steichen does, or Jalen does. We understand that, but it's never about one play. It's never about one play, and they got to make that call in a split decision. I'm not here to debate whether it was the right call or the wrong call. Of course, sometimes I'm like, well, hey, I mean, it went against us. Of course, I don't like it, but they got to do a hard job in split-second decisions, but it never comes down to one play, even though at times it perceives to. And that's the parity of this league, that you can always track, you can always think like, well, it was just this play, and that's just not the case. There's however many plays that we had on offense. There's however many plays that the Chiefs had on offense, and then there's all those special teams plays too. And so again, like I said, they got a hard job to do in split second, and I haven't seen all the clips, but hey, that's not what wins or loses in the game.
Thanks, Coach.
Despite the loss, the Birds, you know what? They've got a lot to be proud of. And as Nick Sirianni just pointed out, they're young. Their core is young.
Yeah, I'm not at that bright side point just yet. As I'm standing here in an empty stadium with all the Eagles fans gone, it's just Chiefs fans screaming at us. I'm not there yet. I'll get there. Not there yet. Didn't like the call. Didn't like the grass. I didn't like how our defense played. No, that team had so many sacks all year, and then to not have any tonight was kind of a bummer. So, yes, it's not fun. After we were in Minnesota a few years ago with my friend Bruce behind the camera there, we're on the field celebrating, and we know how good it feels. I'll tell you what, when it's losing hurts worse than winning feels good. Does that make sense? Because that's how I feel right now. I don't love it. I'm very disappointed. I thought we had this. We were up 10 at the half. Can't lose that game. But there you go. And the Jalen Hurts fumble, that was more than made up for. So I'm trying not to be a negative Nelly on our newscast tonight, but I'm not at the bright side point just yet. I do want to show you some video. Patrick Mahomes just left the field. And again, I'm not thrilled shooting this video as these guys are walking off the field, but that's just what we have to do. He walked off the field, and then a couple seconds after that, a little bit behind him, Coach Reed walked off the field, and I congratulated him as he walked by, and he patted me on the chest, and I said, congratulations from the people back in Philly. Nothing against him. I don't know that they won the game as much as we sort of maybe didn't do enough to win the game. So that's where we're at. But as you come back to me here, if you want, you can see not much green on the field except the slippery grass, the Jerome Brown jersey over there. That's about the extent of it. But, yeah, seeing the big State Farm Stadium champions thing up on the video screen, Not making me happy. Not making me happy. I will get to the look at the bright side thing maybe tomorrow, maybe another day, but I'm not there yet. Bear with me, guys. It's been a long night, and I thought we had this one.
We hear the frustration, and we're all a little heartbroken right now.
Yeah, Timmy brings up a great point with that field. That field is a mess.
Exactly. Everybody was slipping and sliding.
Exactly. All right, let's send it back inside the studio. Francis and Johnny are standing by.
Yeah, Keith, I agree with you. I mean, those guys were just slipping around out there. You know, they were trying to make plays, and they just couldn't get their feet into the ground and stick. I don't know what was going on with that grass there, so that was a huge problem there. But Keith and Aaron coming to us live from Tempe, Arizona. Thank you, Keith and Aaron, for that.
Hey, welcome back to NBC 10 News at 11. After an incredible run, the Eagles just didn't have enough in the tank to get their second Super Bowl win in franchise history. You're looking live here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, where we just heard from Tim Furlong on the field there. He really just represented and expressed what so many people are feeling tonight.
Yeah, it was a tough loss for the Eagles, for the fans. They lost 38-35 to the Kansas City Chiefs. But you know what? Congratulations to Andy Reid. Congratulations to the Chiefs organization and Patrick Mahomes. He played a stellar game. Let's go back out to Keith and Aaron, who are live in Arizona with more on that. Keith and Aaron.
Yeah, an empty bar now, which is what's crazy.
Yeah, it
cleared out quick.
It cleared out. It got quiet. People were sad. We saw people crying here. And you know, one place that was really rocking all night was Xfinity Live there in South Philly. That's where we find NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville. You know, it was electric. It was like it was here until the very end, really the last 3 minutes of the game. Aaron,
that heartbreak.
Yeah, Keith and Aaron, you can hear it in my voice. I have Super Bowl voice because it was a madhouse in here at times. People were extremely loud. They were going crazy. But like you said, I mean, everybody's cleared out. I mean, they left immediately. But let's show you a picture right here. Look at these two guys over here. It basically kind of just paints the whole picture of the night right now, just kind of thinking about that Super Bowl loss, wallowing in their sorrow. But you can take a look around Xfinity Live right now. A far different scene. If you were following me at all on social media, some of the Facebook Lives, you know, it was jam-packed in here. That moment when Patrick Mahomes hurt his ankle, I think that was the loudest it was inside this whole place, louder than any of the touchdowns. People probably thought that was the turning point, the moment when the Eagles had it. But, of course, it did not go our way. We actually talked to a couple of guys from Vancouver. They flew in, not from Philadelphia, made the trip here for the weekend just to experience the Super Bowl in the city and watch it here at Xfinity Live. Here's what they had to say along with some others.
You know what? It is what it is. You accept it. Congrats to them. But Eagles played their hearts out. It was a great game.
Was it worth it to make that long trip from Vancouver? Was it worth it to make that long trip to experience this?
100%. Philadelphia is an awesome city. The city is amazing. Electric vibe here. So I love it. Would have been great to end the whole trip off with a win. But you know what? We take what we get. But congrats to KC. It was a good game. Probably one of the best Super Bowls, I think, to date, in the last 20 years.
So he kind of summed it up. A lot of cursing, a lot of crying, and nobody's ready to get over this right now. Let's send it back to you guys.
This was not supposed to happen.
No, I'm not. I'm like not prepared at all.
Flashing back 5 years ago, thinking
Not
about
prepared.
that, you know, the parade, thinking about what happened on Broad Street, and
Rolling
then now
around in confetti.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, thank you so much. Let's go live now to NBC 10's Leah Uko. You see there on the right side of your screen. She's live in South Philadelphia.
And it's quiet behind her. We're all heartbroken, Leah.
Yeah, Aaron, Keith, where we're standing right here at Broad and Porter, actually right here on the street, Eric, if you can show all down here. The lanes are open. Police have gone. The city's garbage truck, the team, they were supposed to be sweeping this street and telling people to go home. They have all left. They opened up this street just about 5 minutes ago. All the people in all these row homes, they're peeking out through their windows, but no one came outside. It is very, very sad. I'm with Tim Furlong saying I'm not seeing the bright side tonight. But these ladies are a little bit, right? We have probably like 30 seconds. What is the message you want to, you know, how you feeling? And
we still love the birds.
Life, baby.
Go birds.
Go birds.
Go birds.
So next season.
And how are you able to stay optimistic?
Jason Kelsey and Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got it next year.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's the
Got
next
it.
Tom Brady.
Second year, third year, he's got it. We were that close.
You know, we talk with a lot of people who live around this area, and that's the overall feel. People are admitting they're bummed out, but they are still staying loyal to the Eagles. And personally, I need to feel that optimism tonight because I am sad, and I just moved here. Aaron, Keith, I'm going to send it back to you. We are reporting live from Broad and Porter in South Philly. Leah Uko, NBC 10.
We're a magnetic fan base that way. That's what it is.
Sad.
It's so easy to feel that way in this community.
Yeah.
You know, we love each other that way, but
You
we
embrace them.
lose hard too.
And we
lose
love
hard.
we're the underdogs,
Yeah.
so we're supposed to get it in the end. All right, let's go to Karen Wahua, who is in Havertown.
That's right. She's live there. Karen, not the ending we wanted to see, obviously. What's the mood like there in that bar?
Yeah, Keith, I really wish I was reporting live to you from a packed bar with a lot better news, but I swear it was drop dead silent in here when the clock finally ran out and we realized we were unfortunately not winning this game. What you're seeing left here is just the final troopers, if you will, who are trying to commiserate or stay in good spirits or, yeah, you can see drown their sorrow, sort of a mix of emotions here as well. Definitely going to be a little bit difficult to get to see that bright side because it was an emotional roller coaster, to tell you the truth tonight. It was cheering 1 minute, booing another, hanging on to the edge of our seats for the rest of the night. So really, it was like people didn't know how to feel until the final second. And it's just ultimately disappointing to know that this was the result for 3 Philly sports teams this year. Almost like this terrible pattern of making it to our championship game, then not actually winning it. We saw it with the Phillies, the Union, and now the Birds. But some people did walk out of here in better spirits, saying there's always this year, and there's always so much Philly pride for how far we did make it this year. We're live in Havertown. Karen Wall, NBC 10 News.
Let's talk about this Eagles community, right, in this franchise. The Eagles helped make today an extra special one for one Eagles fan.
So we told you about Army Staff Sergeant Mark Small on Friday. After training to become a Green Beret, Mark was deployed to Afghanistan in 2009. He was killed just 1 month later on February 12th. And he was a huge Eagles fan. Today, his memory was honored on the field in Arizona. The Green Legion tweeted out this picture of Eagles Hall of Famer Harold Michael and others with a photo of Mark at the Super Bowl.
That's great.
It was Mark's dream to get on the field at the Super Bowl, and today that happened exactly 14 years to the date of his death. Incredible.
Yep.
We're right back.